Deep inside the body, a single pill-shaped bacterium is creeping along the surface of a microscopic nerve cord, heading directly toward the brain. For decades, biological dogma treated the brain as a locked vault. The assumption was that the blood-brain barrier, a tightly packed layer of specialized cells, acted as an impenetrable shield, keeping unauthorized biological agents out of our neural tissue. But that locked vault has a back door. Inside your digestive tract lives a community of trillions of microorganisms, heavily outnumbering your own human cells. This system functions as a hidden virtual organ, communicating continuously with your central nervous system through a network known as the Microbiota-Gut-Brain axis. These microbial populations actively bypass the brain's heavy security to influence daily anxiety levels, alter your ability to focus, and even shift risk factors for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. To understand human mental health today, we have to map the 3 biological highways these microbes use to take the wheel. This vintage anatomical drawing illustrates the first highway, cranial nerve X, the vagus nerve. It acts as a hardwired physical cable. Down in the gut, bacteria release chemical signals that shoot straight up this vagal highway to the brain. Under leaky gut conditions, the intestinal barrier weakens. This allows jagged, misfolded proteins to latch on to the biological surface of the vagus nerve and migrate physically upward into the central nervous system. Because it provides a direct physical line from the stomach to the skull, the vagus nerve serves as an unprotected back door. Pathogens and bacterial signals bypass the bloodstream entirely, gaining immediate access to the specific brain centers that control our emotions and motor skills. The second highway is a chemical stream. The human gut operates as a massive chemical factory that rivals our traditional glands. Look at this animated comparison. While we associate mood regulation strictly with the head, 95% of the human body's serotonin, a critical neurotransmitter for regulating happiness and anxiety, is manufactured entirely within the gut. This diagram maps out how gut bacteria ferment the dietary fiber we eat to produce specific neuroactive compounds. You can see short-chain fatty acids, along with neurotransmitters like GABA and dopamine, crossing from the intestinal barrier directly into blood circulation. If it's fascinating that microscopic passengers are manipulating your daily moods, take a second to like this video and subscribe. When those microbial compounds enter the bloodstream, they travel up to the brain and bind to neural receptors. Our daily emotional baselines are chemically manufactured by our stomach's microbiome. The third highway is the immune system. When the microbial ecosystem falls into a state of dysbiosis, it triggers a systemic, whole-body defensive response. This chart maps the immune pathway. When harmful bacterial byproducts like LPS leak through the gut barrier, inflammatory mediators travel upward, compromising the blood-brain barrier. This direct line to neuroinflammation alters the amygdala, acting as a physical driver of clinical anxiety. Severe mental health issues like anxiety are often the downstream symptoms of a microscopic immune war originating in the abdomen. Mapping the Microbiota-Gut-Brain axis framework allows modern medicine to shift the target of psychiatric and neurological treatments away from the head. Traditional treatments often rely on prescribing SSRIs for the brain. Future therapies involve tailored probiotics and specialized diets to generate neurotransmitters naturally at their source. In extreme cases, doctors are utilizing fecal microbiota transplants. This procedure involves taking healthy gut bacteria from a donor and introducing it into a patient to rebuild a compromised internal environment. By addressing the root source of these chemical signals, effective interventions for our hardest-to-treat brain diseases may simply involve repairing the soil of the gut's ecosystem. This new biological reality forces us to fundamentally reevaluate what it means to be an individual. Humans are complex walking ecosystems. Our passing thoughts, our daily anxieties, and our neurological health are the outcome of a biological democratic vote cast by trillions of microbes. A gut feeling is a literal chemical directive issued by our internal microbial tenants. In the end, we are ultimately just hosts to a massive microscopic collective that secretly governs our reality and our minds.